Before we get going, for the new viewers, my name is Brando, founder of Brandlux Media. We are an e-commerce growth agency specialized in paid advertising, content creation, email marketing, and conversion rate optimization. If you're looking for a growth partner and you want a free audit, feel free to book a call down below. Now let's get going. How's it going, guys? This is Brando, and I'm here actually in beautiful Kash, which is in Turkey. Let me show you very quickly the amazing view. We got a villa with the boys. We're a group. We're doing a mastermind here in Turkey. And nothing. I just wanted this video to be really raw. No edits, no funny edits. Just pure kind of like reflections on things related to business, specifically e-commerce. As you guys know, I'm in the e-commerce space. I have an agency and I've worked with over 60 e-commerce brands over the last years. And in this video, I want to actually talk about a topic that is very important, that I've been reflecting on in the last several months. In the last several months, as I speak to a lot of prospects, a lot of people that are interested in working with me, and also honestly including my current clients, and a bunch of people reaching out. And the reality is this, and this is what I think. A lot of people, a lot of brands, a lot of business owners are not able to get to that next level because of a couple different reasons, right? There's, based on what I've seen in the last years, once again, working, like I've seen companies grow, I've seen companies fail, I've been able to identify the exact same reasons why companies do fail, why companies grow, and all the above. And it comes down to two things mostly. One is creating an actual brand, and I'm going to talk about exactly what I mean. And the second thing is actually building a community, okay? And there's several things that happen when you focus on building a brand and building, a community. And let's talk about building a brand. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are maybe doing drop shipping, or you don't actually do, white label or private label, and you want to drop ship. There's nothing wrong with drop shipping, right? I actually encourage it, especially if you want to test a different concept and you want to just test if something is working or not. It's an amazing model. It's very it's not risky, right? You don't have to risk capital up front. You need to buy 2,000 pieces of inventory, and it's a great model. I don't need to explain exactly why. I'm pretty sure that you know why. But the problem with it is that a lot of people just think, they don't treat it as a brand. I know many business owners, including some of my friends, that operate under the drop shipping model, and they're able to net 500, a million a month, purely not because of just the product, but because of the community and brand, right, that they've built. What do I mean by brand? Whenever I hop onto a store, graphically and visually, it needs to feel like a brand, right? I can't just drop on a landing page, sketchy description, no branding, no color scheme, sketchy domain. Like, all these things are not going to work anymore. Maybe they worked in 2015, maybe they even worked last year. But moving forward into 2024, 2025, and the years, to come, the branding aspect just needs to be part of the journey. And honestly, I'm speaking also as a service provider. This is something that I also need to work on. I need to build better branding assets for my own marketing agency. It's the same exact concept, and this is specifically for e-commerce brands. So if you're not focusing on building an actual brand, and when I say brand, I don't only mean the visual aspect that I just talked about, like better assets, better landing pages, branded graphics. I also mean actually from a product line standpoint, right? Actually building a brand that has multiple products within maybe a niche, right? And nowadays, the thing about branding nowadays is that you can literally partner with drop shipping source like agents that will help you brand, that will stamp that extra your logo on the packaging, that will add the thank you note to, to the customer. Like, these are small little things that actually matter and that help you build a community and that help you brand the entire process. So I don't want to make this a little too general and philosophical, but you need to create a brand, especially if you want to sell your business, right? You can't sell like a sketchy drop shipping site. But you can sell a brand that has a community. And also, talking about community, one other thing that is really important, first of all, why do we want to build a community? We want to build a community to increase lifetime value, right? To actually provide an additional piece of value to the customer, because the customer doesn't only buy your product because the product is great. They buy the product because they trust you, they like your support, they see other people buying, and they want to enter a community of people that have similar interests, right? At the end of the day, building a community is also an additional value that you can provide from your brand. Okay, now let's talk about one other really important aspect that a lot of people and business owners, especially e-commerce entrepreneurs, don't really get and understand. We are entering an era that is extremely competitive from all perspectives, not only from a product perspective, but also from an advertising perspective, because people are spending millions of dollars more than you. They have a better product, they have a better sales process, and they're able to spend more to acquire a customer, right? And ultimately, those are the brands that are going to win. Now, the question that you need to ask yourself is like, how is that actually sustainable and possible for them, right? How is it actually sustainable and possible? The only reason why a competitor is willing to spend more on advertising than you to acquire a customer, and therefore be able to completely wash you out of the park, and you basically have no chance, and because the competition is so high, is because they have a very strong lifetime value of a customer. Meaning that if they acquire a customer at $100 and they spend $100 in the first purchase, but they know that 4, 5, 6 months along the line, they're going to spend an additional $250, $300 for several reasons, whether they buy other complementary products, or whether they keep on consuming the product, which is why, by the way, moving into the following years, I strictly think that going after a problem-solving product that can have some sort of subscription model, and that is like a repeat purchase type of product, is going to be the best solution that you can invest your time and your resources in, because of lifetime value. Once again, you should be happy to break even in 2024 if you know that that person is going to come back 2, 3, 4 other times. This is how you win. Once again, there's two ways that a business actually grows to multiple 8 or 9 figures. One, by extending their product line. Every 2 or 3 months, they launch a new product. This is a great way. One other way is through repeat customers because of consumable products. And the third way is by doing the same things the two things that I just mentioned at the same time. So they launch new product lines and they have consumable products. And like, people strategically choose these products even if they know that there's a higher barrier to entry for advertising, because it's a lot more expensive on the front end, because it optimizes for lifetime value. And a lot of people, especially some of the people that work with me with the brands, our done for you service, but also just Ecom Premium, which is our subscription community. It's only $50 a month, and I have several members that want some advice and want access to my time. And what I tell them and what I notice is that they just try to go for the 5-10x ROAS on the front end, which, by the way, you can still get, right? That's fine, but you can expect to scale with a 5x return in 2024. It's extremely competitive. And if you do, it's not going to last a lot, because in 6 months along the line, it's going to, advertising is going to be double more expensive, 2 times more expensive, 3 times more expensive. And the only way to come back to this problem, once again, not to repeat myself, is to optimize the idea of community and lifetime value. Why is community important? Because if you create community, you don't only add value to your customer base because they get to hang out with other people that have similar interests, but it's also an opportunity for you to upsell, cross-sell, downsell, offer complementary products, and ultimately increase your lifetime value. Once again, if you spend $100 and $100 is what the customer gives you on the first purchase, but you're willing to create a strategy around making sure that they come back, right? Then this is how you win. And you don't need a 10x return. In fact, we encourage our clients for our done for you service to spend $1 and make $2 to $3 back, right? So if for every dollar that you spend, the business, not only from ads, but organic ads, referrals, word of mouth, email marketing, SMS marketing, affiliates, should generate $2.5 to $3 back. Like, this is something standard. We don't want to go for a 10x ROI. If there's a 10x ROI, it means that you're not spending enough, you're not growing enough, right? So anyways, I'm going into loopholes here, but once again, focus on building a brand, focus on building a community, and focus on optimizing your lifetime value so that you can spend more on the front end and actually beat all of the competition that is out there, because they don't have a brand, because they're not investing into LTV, because they're not investing in community, right? All these things might sound maybe not as important, but they are the fundamentals of the business. If you cannot grow and expect to grow to multiple 7, 8, or 9 figures if you don't have the fundamentals figured out. And these are just simple fundamentals. If you look at companies like Salesforce, for example, they're not e-commerce, but they're an amazing company. Their lifetime value is so high. Like, people come back and purchase every single month, and they're willing to spend thousands of dollars to acquire a customer, even if that customer probably spends only $100 when they first onboard them. So this is the foundation of my argument. I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed this raw rant. But once again, let me show you what we're doing here. We're doing a quick mastermind. We're talking e-commerce, we're talking agencies, and we're talking about multiple different aspects of business. We're actually recording the entire thing. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
These are a couple buddies of mine for the mastermind. But yeah, this is just the raw reality of being a business owner in Turkey, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. On a further note, feel free to book your strategy session with our team by clicking the button down below. In this session, we will audit your brand, come up with a custom plan of action, and then we'll explore the opportunity of potentially working together, assuming it's a perfect fit. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot, and hopefully see you on the other side.